Hey, hey, come on in. Tell me who's here. Just tagging a few people, hoping they join in. Hope everybody's doing great tonight. I have had such a wonderful, 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 freaking amazing few days, I have to say. I don't even know what else to say about it except for just that. It's been badass. All right, who I got? Hey, Sarade, how are you, babe? I have my computer in front of me because when I'm done with this live, I'm going on, I don't know, some other live or YouTube live. I'll let you guys know when I figure out what it is, all this technology. So today, OMG, what a great day. So I always forget to introduce myself when I see faces that I know. So my name is Shirley. I'm CEO of Ordinary Greatness and a life coach with the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise organization. And tonight I am talking to you about my freaking awesome, awesome day. Hey, David, how are you? So some of you may know that part of the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise coaching organization, it's an organization, hey, Rose, that we work on. You always hear me talk about personal development. The person that sits here in front of you today is definitely not the person that I was not even 10 years ago. And I was new and improved. I'm glad you made it too, Rose. I'm new and improved, but 10 years ago, I was still just a different person. I wasn't as angry as I used to be in my younger days, but, there was a lot of things going on in life, raising kids, being married. Well, 10 years ago, I was getting a divorce, actually. But with all that being said, I am part of an organization where we work on our spiritual health, our financial health, our emotional, our mental, what we put in our body, what we put on our body, all of those things. It's not a network marketing company. I am a network marketer, and I am with a company that I've been with almost 6 years now. But I've been a network marketer with companies for 27 years, and I'm proud of it, and it's given me a great lifestyle. So I don't want to have anyone think that I'm poo-pooing that. And if you ever need help with your network marketing company, I don't care what your product is, as long as it's all natural, you holler at me and I'll give you a hand or some support and guidance. I've been doing it a long time. However, Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise is not a network marketing company. It's a personal development company that teaches you how to work on the things that happen to you in life, and you get to prosper in spite of and because of. And you get to help other people. You get into a group of like-minded people that are all working on the same thing, themselves, a better world, a better family, and finances. And I'm getting used to talking to you about finances. It's a very difficult thing. I see that I've got a lot of people on here and no one's saying hey except for 3 of my ladies and 1 guy. So somebody holler at me. Tell me who's on here. I can't see who it is. And if you're on here, I like to specifically greet you and thank you. So many things go on in our lives, and, we want a better life, and we don't all think alike, but we all have the focus of doing and being better. And we all know that everything takes a community these days, especially what we're going through. So the amazing thing is tonight, I guess briefly, because I have an interview at 7, but tonight I want to talk to you about, I guess, resilience and patience and cheddar. Hey, Carla, how are you? Carla and I went to high school together. I know I have a big smile, but she has the prettiest smile ever. Hey, Carla, good to see you. We get research and development on companies, and I don't like to say that I invest in stocks. I invest in companies that I take an interest in, or I have an interest in what they're doing, and we get research and education on it. Barbara, how are you? So we get research and education on it. And then it's up to us what we choose to do. No one gives us advice. But again, where do you go today where people are helping you to do better, be better, become prosperous, teach your children and your family and friends and your community without some gimmick behind it? And I have to tell you, when I first joined 7 years ago, I kept looking for that gimmick. I kept looking for what the hell is behind this. It's way too good to be true. And what I got from it is what I'm focusing on this year, and that is generational wealth. Again, I say in my household, no one spoke about that. I wasn't raised around money. My mother was a maid, a nurse, and a bartender. My father was a mason and a truck driver. So we didn't talk about finances and all of those things. And so I've been in business I've been an entrepreneur for 27 years. Hey, Rico. And I've learned the hard way. You know, I dropped out of college, so I have no degrees or education. So I learned the hard way about business and what I do. And then I just started I joined a network marketing company. You guys are going to all know the name Amway, you know, like 27 years ago. And I walked across the stage and people were cheering me on. And I made a $4.48 check. And I was like, who in the world does that? But they did that. Hey, Pinky! So I'm like, who in the world does that? But it was just the room, the ambiance, everybody was supporting and cheering. They didn't know you. And I was like, man, I just want to be around that all my life. And of course, there's a lot of work involved in it. And so, but I knew that that's the type of life I wanted, to help people prosper, to be around positive-minded people. Now, when I say positive, people look at me and they say all the time, you know, you're always so positive and smart. It's not about that. It's, you know, and everything's not smiley. Again, I say my life has been shitty, but I know how to make something out of it. So with that being said, I joined this organization 7 years ago, looking to change my career in history. And then by doing that, hang on, I'm multitasking. I'm sorry, guys. By doing that, what else? Mic is working. Enter broadcast studio. By doing so, I hit the Motherlode. And why I say hit the Motherlode is that I knew that I was supposed to be helping people, working with people, because I'm in my zone when I do that. But more importantly, I was around people who needed what I had, and they had what I needed. Hey, Mike. And it worked out just perfectly fine. But more importantly, that's where I picked up my knowledge of generational wealth. It wasn't owning my own business, because no one taught me. You know, I had a few accountants. They didn't teach me a lot, except for how to pay that big bill, right? And they just did things because they rushed at the last minute. If there's any accountants on here, I'm sorry, but you know how you guys are. You rush around the season and then you forget about us at other times. But anyway, so all of that to say, I digress, and I don't want to digress because today was amazing. So in 2018, I had recovered from my bankruptcy, and I could finally start to invest and have what little money I had left in my IRA work for me. And it has worked out just great. I didn't even know at the time that I could be in control of my own IRA. The only thing I knew is you signed up and other people manage your money. So I've been managing my own money since 2018. And I am so grateful that I am, because one, I respect and honor money better than I used to. Two, I invest my money with companies who I'm interested in. I may not be interested in, you know, some fast car or some electronic something, maybe not some fuel in another country. I'm not interested in those things. So I get to choose what I want to invest in, and I get special research and development about it, and then I get to decide whether, hey, Cynthia, how are you, whether I want to do it or not. All that being said, in 2018, I will admit I was, you know, in a mental rut and fog, getting over my bankruptcy. And then I started to invest, and then I was impatient about some things. I was like, oh my God, it's never going to work. It's not going to happen. And then this year, I made some money in between. Hey, Heather, I made some money in between in those investments. Hey, Richie, see you soon. So I made some money in between. But here's what's really cool. Patience is not a virtue. I don't care what they say. It is a talent, an art, and a gift, and you must practice it. So I had to have some patience, and I will admit that one of the companies that I had invested in previously hit 333% increase today. I sold it being impatient last year. I was like, it's never going to work. Oh my God, it's never going to work. And if you're going to get into the business of investing in companies and making your money work for itself and teaching your children generational wealth, then you have to learn some tricks of the trade. And one of them is patience. And more of that is educating and staying in tune with those companies and seeing what they're doing quarterly and all this stuff that I never gave a rat's patoot about before. But it's really cool to know and do it now. And I just feel, when I'm talking to the women in my tribe, I'm always talking about taking back control of your wealth and your health. And your wealth means nothing if you don't have health, right? So they're a partnership and you have to have them. But what's really cool is one of the other companies that I did keep reached 330% today as well. Now they're from 2018. I know that there are a lot of people in our business, in our industry, that may or may not have invested because you get to choose what you want to do. But I sold one of them and I kept one of them. And, sometimes I'd agree because, oh my God, beat yourself up. But how cool is it that I got a 330% return, and I didn't have to go punch anybody's clock for it. I didn't have to sweep a floor. I didn't have to wipe a butt. I didn't have to smile when I wanted to scream. I didn't have to sit and type and get carpal tunnel. I did some research. I joined a group. I want to make myself better. I want to make my family prosper and do better. And it benefited me today. And then I talked about it previously, but I'm going to say it again. Then Friday, another one of the companies that I chose to let them borrow my money to build their company with. Hey, Sandy Lee. I got 127% return from August until Friday. Now, for those of you who know me, know I don't talk a lot about money. It's just not really my thing, and people get offended because we don't know enough about it, so we don't want to feel stupid. I'm just amazed that I got out of my own way enough to take some chances on me. And how many of you listening to this now or listening in the replay, wish you took some chances on yourself and had some faith and belief in yourself like you do in other people? So I wanted to share with you that great information because I did come out the beginning of the year and I said that Coach Shirley is working on 3 things this year. And generational wealth was one of them. Sorting through the trash was another one of them. And so the trash is our self-limiting beliefs, what we're not worthy of, what we can't manage, what we don't know. Oh my God, I wish I had. In 2018, when I first started learning how to invest and take control of my IRA myself and manage my own money, it wasn't a lot in there because I lost a lot while I was sitting through my bankruptcy. But I can tell you it's quadrupled now. And I can tell you that I did that. I did that because because I wanted to learn. I took a chance and I joined a group. Yep, I had to pay to be a part of it. If you go to college to get a training or an education, you pay for it. It's not free. If you get that loan, you have to eventually pay for it. It's not free. So the first thing we look to do is say, oh my God, it's so much money. We have to do this. And it's going to take so long. What are you going to do anyway? You don't plan on dying right away, right? So you're going to still be here fighting the battle. And then you're still going to be wasting money. We learned through this COVID-19, how much money do we really waste? How much money do we waste? On things we don't need, wasting our money, energy, and time on, or trying to keep up with the Joneses. Some of us still do that. My days of that is over. I could give a rat's patoot. I was telling someone yesterday, I don't own not one designer thing, and if I do, I don't know it because someone gave it to me. Oh, thank you, Rose. But Rose, I want to help and teach every woman I know, every woman who chooses to plug in, call, get on, and listen to what I have to say. I'm here to help you in any way that I can, whether it's coach you through some life things or whether it's help to teach you about our health and our wealth and what we're putting in our body and on our bodies. And I tell most people that this work started because my mother died at age 39 and I was 12. And there was no one there, no community, no friends, no nothing to help teach her do that stuff. She died of guilt and shame and lack of community and connections. And I'm your community. Hi, Maria. How are you? I'm your community and I'm your connection. And to whom much is given, much is expected. So I've been given a lot. I've worked for it. I never take that away from myself. I've worked for it. But it's very, very important for me to give back to the people who choose to believe in me or follow me. And when you do that, it's not like I'm helping you and making you all good and I'm all of that. It helps me be a better person. It helps me live my life's purpose and dream. So that's really, really important to me. Okay? And so I wanted to share that with you all tonight before I hop off of this call. And I keep saying, and I'm sorry, I forget every night, there's so much going on, but I must remember to put up the link for anyone who wants to take the class, Consciously Creating Your 2021. I'm going to be teaching Saturday, I don't know the time yet, an entrepreneurship class, more on a spiritual level. But, you know, whatever we do, we're going to have fun. I believe in having fun. So, again, if you're interested in learning about generational wealth, and you want to be a part of an organization that helps women put the power of cheddar back in your hand, put the power of better health and emotional stability, where we're not all running around scared of everything and the fake news and all of this. And I'm not talking about any presidency. I can give a rat's patootie about that stuff too, because yes, we should all vote, but no matter who's in the house, we're not going to die, right? So we still have to live. We have to learn how to deal with the things that comes our way, adversities and challenges. And that's what personal development does. And I've been working in the field of personal development for 27 years. So I didn't get to be the smiley, funny, crazy chick overnight. It's through years of working on myself. And I am raising my hand and saying, I am here to help you work on yourself and help your family do better and be better. So I wish you all a good night. Thank you for checking in with me and, you know, popping on anytime I either tag you or you see me come up with a live. And I'm going to try to be a lot more consistent than I was in 2020. You know, it was rough to stay focused, even though I do work on me. So I imagine, you know, the people who don't do work, how hard it was for them to stay focused. And so many people lost lives, lost homes. Tragedies happen, but you need to have tools in your toolbox. So, if you want to know more about what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and how I keep my sanity through these crazy, crazy times, give me a call, inbox me, text me. Most of you know how to reach me, and you know where I live if you're from this area. But I can reach you anywhere. So I want to thank you guys again. I'm really getting off. You guys have a good night.